just wanted to touch on mindfulness and neuroplasticity, because I find it fascinating how the brain works and how it's affected by everything. Like any experience we have creates this neuroplasticity, creates these neural pathways. So if we have a negative experience, this pathway is made, and then we're on the lookout essentially for similar experiences which triggered this negative response. So unfortunately, if we have one negative experience, our brain or our amygdala is basically scanning everything for similar threats, and then it will, if it perceives a situation to be a threat where we may have had a negative experience already, it will then essentially sound the alarm system in our bodies, causing cortisol to be released, which is the stress hormone, causing our sympathetic system to be activated. So we essentially then get put in the fight, flight or freeze zone. So that's great. You know, there's good parts of that. So our amygdala is looking for threats to keep us safe. So, you know, that's good. We need to be safe. But it backfires massively. The amygdala is the oldest part of the brain, the mammalian brain. And we really needed it when we were running from tigers and things like that, or we had to hunt to get food. So, you know, if we were running from a tiger, big threat. So the amygdala sounds off the alarm system. Our body gets full of the stress hormone. The organs we don't need when we're running away from a tiger don't get supplied with the normal energy. So like our digestive system shuts down, our reproduction system and elimination systems don't need them when we're running from a tiger, unless you really like tigers. And then the main energy is sent to our limbs, our muscles, so we can run faster, or if we've got a fight, so we're strong and ready. Our lungs, so we can breathe more and run. You know, that's where the energy goes. No point being able to eat a steak when we need to run from being eaten. So that's the job of the amygdala, keep us safe. Great back then, but now our stresses are really not about getting eaten. There can be like somebody posting something negative about you on social media, looking yourself in the mirror and not liking what you see, having to go to work, having to go to something like a social event or something you don't want to go to, stress, work stress, like having a deadline to meet, maybe with assignments, having an awkward meeting with someone, you name it. You know, there's a hell of a lot of stresses out there today, and for some people there's more, others there's less, but you know, everyone's going to be under stress. Now these stresses are not like a tiger. They're not going to last, I don't know, how long is it going to last when you're running from a tiger? You're either going to get eaten pretty quickly, or you're going to find a cave, hide. It's potentially going to be over fairly soon, right? So your body's in this stress, the sympathetic stress zone for not very long, and then you're going to recover, and hopefully that might be the only stress of that day. I don't know, you know what I mean? So then you have time for your body to recover, to go back into the parasympathetic system, which is of recovery and rejuvenation, and then you're out of that fight or flight or freeze state. You don't remain in that for very long. trouble is nowadays, so the amygdala will perceive a, say, image crisis, social media stress, the same as a tiger. It doesn't care what it is. The body will react exactly the same way. So if you're stressed about something, the same thing will happen. Your amygdala will sound the alarm, set off the sympathetic system, which will release cortisol, the stress hormone, will get your body ready for fight or flight. Okay, so you are as stressed as you would be running from a tiger. The same organs are pumping, the same organs are not. You're tense. But this stress can last all day and all night, right? So if you're stressed all day and then you're worrying about tomorrow through the night, or you're ruminating about the day, what's just happened, past events, you're never going to kick into that recovery zone. So you're just on high alert 24 hours. When you do eventually go to sleep, okay, you're going to get in the parasympathetic system, your body's going to have a chance to chill out. But then it's, we are under stress a long time. And that's really, 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 really bad for us. Stress, it's well documented and researched that stress is a massive ingredient into pretty much, I think it's like 90% of all diseases. Stress is a massive contributor to that. So if we can control our stress, we're going to be on a healthy pathway, much healthier pathway anyway. And we might be able to start enjoying ourselves and just feeling a bit of peace during the day. That's the plan. How do we do that? So, through breath work. When you're stressed, you take short, sharp breaths. Right, chest breaths. That's the stress. If you're running from a tiger, you're not going to be breathing nice and calmly and deeply. Belly breaths, diaphragmatic breathing through the nose. Deep and slow. That's how you get from the sympathetic system back into the parasympathetic system, right? Deep, slow breathing. It's massively good. And this is where mindfulness is so important, no matter how frustrating it may seem, or how you feel it's not really doing anything. It's not like a bang, oh, I've been mindful today, I feel super cool. It's a long, slow process, and you've got to repeat and get it into your daily regime. Like, you need to be mindful doing everything. Brushing your teeth, just concentrate on how it feels, how it tastes, how it smells. Eating, really, really cherish the food you're eating. Concentrate more on eating than just chatting. Good moments, really live them. Hold on to that moment, because I think I've said before, our brains, we have a negative bias, so our brains are wired to be a sponge for negativity. So we absorb all the negative things because that's what our amygdala is looking for. Threats to keep us safe. So anything negative, concentrate on that a lot. Any threats, la la la. Positive, not so important, because nothing's going to happen. If there's a positive thing going on, we don't need to worry about it because it's not going to harm us. So they bounce off us like Teflon. Boing, positive, gone. So you need to really suck up the positive, really live the moment, to make that positive emotion stick. Like if someone compliments you, yeah, love that compliment, thank you very much, cheers, yeah, you're right, I am looking good today. Like today is beautiful. It's the middle of November, bit of a fresh air, bit fresh temperature in the air, but out of the wind, the sun is piping hot, blue sky, fluffy white clouds, light thoughts, in and out. It's pretty epic. I love this magic, natural stuff. I love it. So what was I on about? Who knows? Yes. Negative bias. So how do we flip the switch on that? And how do we change our brains? Neuroplasticity means that it's, you can mold it, essentially. People used to think that this stopped when we were, like, I don't know, young, but it doesn't. You can change your brain, the way that you think, and your neural pathways whenever, any age. It's all good, which is brilliant. Okay, so we can change ourselves. We can do it ourselves. We can change the way we think. And to do that, sorry, I'm waffling a bit here. Basically, mindfulness. Right, here's the trick. So, mindfulness is just about awareness. Okay, so you're aware of what you're thinking. You're not stopping what you're thinking, you're just aware of what it is and that you're thinking. Okay, because when you're thinking, you're not in the present moment. You're either thinking about the past or you're thinking about the future. That creates unhappiness, stress, anxiety. So the trick with mindfulness is every time you are aware of your mind wandering, which will be a hell of a lot, the action of bringing your awareness back to your body, your breath is a great one. If you don't like the breath, use your posture or your body scan, use anything you can feel in your body, your heartbeat, sounds, just anything. Bring your awareness back. Every time you do that, you are changing or creating new neural pathways. Okay? It's like making a new road. So maybe you've got a motorway to concentrate on your negative thoughts. You want to make another better, more modern road. And really bringing your awareness back to your body. And you don't just bring it back, you bring it back with kindness. Okay, so you're training your brain to create new neural pathways, positive pathways, to being in your body, to being in the present moment, rather than dwelling on your thoughts about the past or your worries about the future. And you just repeat. You do it over and over and over and over again. Okay, and that just changes your brain in the simplest way I could possibly put it. It's like going to the gym. If you want to make your body different, what you think is going to look better, if you want to get big biceps, right, you're going to go to the gym and or get some weights at home and you're going to pump those bicep curls, and you're going to repeat that and repeat that and repeat that. And nothing's going to happen at first. You're not going to see any change or notice any difference, apart from maybe feeling a bit better, because exercise is epic. And then, then your muscles might grow if you're lucky, and then they might get just what you want, but it's only through hard work and repeating that activity. And that's exactly how you change your brain. You just have to repeat. You have to once your awareness drifts, that's normal. Say, oh, cool, my brain's wandered. Don't focus on that thought that it's wandered to. Focus on bringing your awareness back to your body with kindness. Just say something like, my mind's wandered. Well done for being aware of that. That happens to everyone. That's totally normal. I'm going to bring the thought back to my body, and I'm going to give myself a nice, compassionate mental hug. May I be at peace. May I be at one with myself. May I be at ease with myself. Just give yourself a bit of kindness and repeat. And over time, you will change how your brain works, which is fascinating. And you will not if your mind wanders, you will not get lost in ruminating about the past. You will not get lost in chastising over what may happen and worry about what's happening the next day and worry about what's happening. What's the point in worrying about it all? You're just making your body into this fight or flight, stressed out nightmare scenario when you don't need to be. There's a good way of putting it. It's like there's two arrows. The first arrow is, we'll all experience the first arrow. It could be pain, that physical pain, emotional pain. As we go through life, we're all going to experience pain of both emotional and physical pain. That you can't get away from. You can't get away from the first arrow. The second arrow is suffering, okay, and that is our own doing. So it's the first arrow we can't avoid. The second arrow is down to us. We get to choose whether we suffer. Like, you stub your toe, ow, that really hurts. The second arrow, that'd be the first arrow. The second arrow would be like getting angry because you've stubbed your toe or something like that. That's kind of our choice. And through mindfulness and compassion, we can really, really have emphatic results. You just need to work at it, like you're going to the gym. That's the mind you need. That's the motivation you need. And that's it. Honestly, if you talk to me about this stuff 3 years ago, I'd be like, you're totally mad. But it's huge, man. It's just massive. And I want to help you get on that path of healing, because it's the right path. It's epic. It's probably enough of complete gibberish from me. But yeah, just be kind to yourselves. And it's not selfish, right? Give yourself the time, work on yourself, get you into a happy, peaceful place, and then spread it. Okay? You don't have to force that. If you're happy and peaceful, everyone around you is going to benefit from that. And then it spreads like wildfire. Alright? It spreads like COVID, but it's a good bit of peace. Ciao!